Hello, everyone. It is August 10th, Monday, 8:24 a.m. 2026. Oh man! Each time I get out here to this bench, my feet hurt less and less, so my legs are getting stronger. I did leave earlier today though by about 30 minutes. Normally I leave at freaking 6:30. Yeah, 6:30 or so, Bangs of a killer. So yeah, I left 30 minutes earlier. Otherwise it'd currently be 9 o'clock, give or take, most likely, when I'm recording this. I had a small Kool-Aid pouch thing, the things you stick the straws in, and I do see some mosquitoes, and I definitely could have gotten eaten up. And that's a honeybee. And I had a small chicken sandwich I reheated and ate it as I left, and all that. Very good too, by the way. So something I want to talk about. A leaf just fell. That I noticed. So as depending on what videos you watch from me, you either know me as the person who does videos on walking, which are these ones, or you know me as the person who plays Enlisted, which is the streaming side of things of my content creation. Well, something happened. Weird glowing effect. There you go, that's a little bit better. Not really though. But something happened on stream that I do want to talk about, because I realized it's something I've seen a lot. I see it on YouTube. I see it on Reddit. I see it in politics. I see it in real life. I see it everywhere, basically. And that's how people digest information and all that. So if you watch my last walking video back in on Tuesday and all that, when it released, I mentioned a stream sniper and all that I had on Twitch and all that in the game and all that. Don't really care about them, only the fact that they're always incognito and are facing me for some reason and all that. And I brought up a point about them that, and here's where the meat of this, where I'm going to get to, is going to be at. I made a point that if this person is doing what they're doing and their group of people don't know about it, but they interact with the person, they play with them a lot, they do stuff with them a lot, the group's going to be attributed to supporting that behavior. I wouldn't do it, because I know the truth is that this is just one man on his own mission and all that. It's not the group doing it. And I basically said, if the individual who interacts with the group does this, then people can see the group as supporting it even if they don't know about it. You've seen it happen in history before. You've seen it in real life. You've seen it in politics, whatever. Basically, you're complying with it even though you don't know about it, which means you must support it. I brought this up as a point, and someone from the group actually came and responded to me. And what's weird is I didn't even name drop the group, mind you. I kept the group anonymous that I was talking about that would potentially be accused of supporting this behavior. So then the person comes in and asks, why am I accusing the group? When he said that, I knew something immediately. I know someone from the group was in my chat during that time, so they already know what I was saying. He himself wasn't listening to what I said. He was told by someone else. Because if you actually listen to what I said, I was basically just saying the individual's doing an action that is frowned upon by a lot of people, because it's seen as like a low-life, pathetic thing to do most of the time. And then the group, one of the people from the group come in, and I'm just expressing, hey, this person is doing something that a lot of people wouldn't like. Because again, it's not seen as like tasteful, and it's not seen as like skillful at all. And the group could be unfairly attributed to that. I'm not going to do it though. I specifically said I wouldn't say that because I know the truth. And the dude comes in and says I'm accusing the group. Like, are you serious? Like, I actually went out of my way to even say, if I invoke the guy's name, he'll come and look at the stream. Because I know someone will tell him where he's lurking and all that. And in this case, it was very obvious to me that he was told. Because, one, I did name drop him. Because he did give me clips of this person's behavior and all that from the thing I'm cooking up. Since I am making a video, I'm editing it. I'm cutting up right now. I have to get the audio sorted out and do some audio recordings explaining stuff. I'll probably take a week or two. I did get good sleep tonight. But essentially, I said he gave me 2 clips where one looked suspicious and one looked legit. I said I went back and looked at the replay. I looked at my side of the stream. I looked at the other guy's point of view as well at the same time. All 19 or so, well, 15 minutes. I think it's a 15-minute long match. I forgot, but I know it's longer than 13, at least. I went and looked at it, and the behavior was very suspicious, and that's how I knew he was doing what he's doing. And the guy from the group said, "Why are you accusing him? He's completely innocent." Now, here's where the funny thing happens now. Because I was doing my best to not accuse the group of supporting a stream sniper because maybe they don't know about it. By him coming in and defending it, now the group, by extension of him, supports the behavior. And another member of the group actually does admit to stream sniping people and all that. So that's one person who I believe is in the group that stream snipes and a person outside of the group who does it. So when you have 2 people that are doing this, one in the group and one outside of the group, and one's public about it and the other is, it's very obvious if you look at the gameplay, and the dude defends the one who's not in the group, what conclusion would any person come to? That's right. The group defends the behavior of the action because they're defending a random person because they play with them of the behavior they're doing. And I said I didn't want to sling the accusation, but I want to bring attention. I'm making a video to it because I knew if I don't have the video out, my shit's baseless because everyone in the group, they don't stream, they don't play the game the way I do. So they wouldn't even understand it. I know some very good players in a group, like even in any sport, see, if you have like a very good player in a sport and there's another part of it that they don't do or participate in and all that, like how if you're a footballer, you probably wouldn't know how to coach, and if you're coaching, you wouldn't know how to play football, right? And all that usually is like coach makes a plan, keeps the team morale up, all that stuff. Sometimes the coach is formally paid, but sometimes not. It depends. When you're doing this stuff, you then realize that what the other group's saying and defending only makes sense because they don't know what your side's like, because they don't participate in it. I play Enlisted, they play Enlisted. That's great. What am I accusing them? They watch, this person watches my stream to get an unfair advantage, queue up with me, and then know where I'm at in the game. The other people in the group don't do it, so they don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm aware of that, which is why I'm making the video and stuff, doing the comparison and all that, because they will never understand that unless it happens to them, as unfortunate as it is, you know? And you see that in real life as well, where people say, oh, this group supports so-and-so, even though it's like the person doing it for it could just be completely different than what the group's actually trying to do, which is just be good, play the game, play by the rules, improve stuff, destroy stuff, whatever. and it's someone else who's unrelated to the group, not in it. They just happen to be coexisting with them, working with them, and then the group gets blamed for it. And then when the group defends it, then it's like, yeah, you're supporting it, dude. You're absolutely supporting it. But I think the most saddest thing that came from this and all that, though, if I'm being completely honest, is that when I asked a member of the group, when he sent me the clips and he came into the stream saying the guy's innocent, I asked him, did you watch the full replay? Because that's what matters. Because the things that he sent me, you could wave off one as being perfect timing, it looks bad, but from the other view, it's not that bad. And the other clip's just weird. I asked him if he watched the full replay. He never gave me an answer. And then went on to explain, one of the reasons he gave that person possibly couldn't be doing what they're doing is that in-game, you can mark equipment, vehicles, so stuff like machine gun nests, ammo boxes, rally points, tanks. You can mark an infinite amount of them. And you could put down 3 general pings, which is like an arrow, like that, on the ground. You could up to 3 at a time. When I looked at the replay, there was up to 6 on the ground, which I came to the conclusion because you can see your teammates' pings too. So then I came to this conclusion. On the replay, you can see the pings that your teammates do. Even if it's on the other enemy team, it lets you see all the pings your team does, or the team you're watching. Which means that one of his points just didn't work at all. One of his points that he said was, maybe the enemy team marked where I was at. No, they did not. I looked at the replay. None of the enemies were looking my direction. None of them were shooting in my direction. None of them even went in my direction, and none of them pinged in my direction. I went on my way to hide between trees, bushes, all of that, and this person just immediately knows where I'm at within 5 seconds of spawning, when I'm not even near their spawn. Like, it's fucking blatant, and it sucks that when I know about this guy who's defending it, he wants to be right. He doesn't like being wrong. I know that for a fact. Every time I've interacted with him, he hates being wrong, and he loves being right. He can't fathom being wrong because he's good at the game, which is just so unfortunate to see and all that. Such as stuff like a 95% win rate isn't weird in a team game. Having below a 70% win rate is where you should care about the win rate. Different guy from the group who said that. This game's called Enlisted. Literally is the only fucking game that I possibly know where it's a team versus team, random matches, and people think below a 70% win rate is low. Any other game, you would be laughed out of the fucking building for saying that. In Call of Duty, you'd be laughed out of the building. Hell, the way they do kills, they would be laughed out of the building. And if they see this video and they don't agree with that, go look at other games, other shooter games, before even saying that this is wrong. They go off of kills per minute. So even if you die a lot, it's based on the kills per minute. Most people, when they're flexing how good they are, how strong they are, you know what they do? Besides doing objective and support things, they get a shit ton of kills without dying. In every game I played, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex, Halo, and other games, other first-person shooters I've seen and all that, Counter-Strike, all that shit, even Dota, all of those, every time I see gameplay of that stuff, it's always KD. How many kills do you get per death? In Enlisted, and only Enlisted have I seen this, it's based on kills per minute. You'd be laughed out of the building in all those games. I think every community would laugh you out of the fucking building, if I'm being completely honest. Like, you bunny hop everywhere, like it's Call of Duty, which, by the way, Enlisted, that is fucking detrimental unless the terrain sloping downwards, or you have every perk to make it good. It's just to look cool for plays and stuff, I guess, or to mess up the enemy. Anyway, so yeah, even if you die 60, 70, even 80 times in an enlisted match, for reference, there's squads control of between 3 to 9 soldiers and all that, and each time you die is them. Yeah. So it counts it per death if you die in controlling the squad member. So to them, dying 70 times while getting 170 kills is good. Why? Because it's kills per minute, not kills a death. And what's crazy is you'll see them even doing stuff like killing off their entire squad one by one and all that. Like, it's kind of atrocious, really. So, oh yeah, if you guys want to see me stream, by the way, I stream every day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 3 hours after this video goes up. It's always going to be 3 hours after this goes up. But, like, I kind of find the elite scene Enlisted to kind of be a clown show, really, because below 70% win rate's low, and it's based on kills per minute. They don't do a lot of side shit to help the team, mind you. In fact, something funny I noticed is that's actually ironic. When I'm playing, and they stream snipe me at least, or Q snipe me, a few people. Mosquito. Fuck, I missed it. It flew away before I could hit it. Something I've noticed, I call them out for, you don't barely do objective. You don't barely build jack shit for the team. All you care about is kills. And I'm not impressed by people who only go for kills in a game where it's one off the objectives. So, what happens to some of the people when I mention that? Suddenly, they start doing the objective. Suddenly, they start building stuff as an engineer. Yeah. But I am, there's something called the Enlisted roll call site. It tracks every enlisted match and it organizes the data into nice, neat things and all that. And it's I just want to be talking about Enlisted, really. And something I've noticed in all that is that, frickin' the top player on Enlisted roll call actually stream snipes me. That's right, I play against and with the best player in Enlisted. And what's crazy is every time I play with him as Japan, he fucking sucks. Now, I know it's on purpose. I know it's to make the team lose and all that. I know that for a fact. But, considering he doesn't watch these videos and all that, because who the fuck cares about a vlog and all that, if you care about what I feel about Enlisted. I'm on Twitch. I mean, if you come and see this, like me streaming, you're likely going to probably see him playing with me or against me. He doesn't play good as Japan, and I find that funny. Again, as I know he's throwing on purpose. I know that for a fact. But I just take pleasure in knowing that I can call the best player, going off of stats in the Enlisted roll call, with an above 90% win rate. I can take pleasure in calling him trash, because he can't play Japan good. And I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. Every time I play with him, he gets like 7th or 8th on the leaderboard, 6th, 5th, and I'm always doing better than him. And if I'm doing better than the best player, and I'm only in 4th or 3rd, you're not good at Japan, broski. You're not good at Japan. So, but when I'm fighting against him, he's actually good. And well, good's a little bit of an overstatement. What he really does is he just goes for kills and camp spawns and all that. It's not impressive gameplay. Like, it's weird looking at the best players in the game because I just don't give a fuck about how they play. They have a very closed mind on the game. To them, it's bring the most powerful weapons at the BR, get a shit ton of kills, and gloat that you win. You don't capture objective. You don't build stuff. All you do is you go for kills. Does it help them win? Oh yeah, it does. But do you know what's even better for the team to help them win? getting on the objective to capture it, actually building shit as an engineer. They don't do that. Every time I play against them, they don't at least. They go for kills. So if you're bringing automatic weapons at every BR, the best weapons at every BR, why the hell should I care about what you think's good when you never switch out your weapons? You're literally running the same weapon across multiple squads at a BR. I cannot physically tell you how much I can easily disregard your fucking opinion on weapons in the game. You don't play vehicles. Self-admittedly, they don't play vehicles. They don't play tanks. They don't play planes. They don't use bikes. They use APCs because they have spawn. Then they go off and use the same weapon for every single soldier at BR. So even though they have the best stats, they don't know jack shit about the game really outside of how to get kills. They don't want to hear that. They're going to hate me for that. When I call it out, they defended themselves. The truth is, you care about the kills. Admit it. You care about the kills. You use the same automatic weapon on every single squad. You have like a dozen bolt actions, a dozen semi-automatics, a dozen tanks, a dozen planes. You got shotguns. You got a shit ton of LMGs. You got a shit ton of LMGs because you're American. And you know what they do? One version of the Thompson. There's a Lancaster. There's a grease gun. There's multiple versions of the Thompson. They only use one fucking gun. And for the LMG guys, you know what they do? Same thing. And the craziest thing is that they only use an event LMG. They don't even use tech tree really if they can help it. And then the best part is for the riflemen, the people who can't use SMGs, assaulters can use SMGs, medics can use SMGs. The people who can't are like the AT gunner. They give them automatic weapons. Like, you have like hundreds of weapons in the game, and these guys restrict themselves to like 6 for each faction. And they go for kills. Like here's the thing with this, right? Here's the thing with this. Here's why I can so easily disregard their opinions. Every time I fight them, they ignore the objective. Usually. Unless it's Conquest, because then you have to do objective. You can't just ignore it and go for kills. It's way harder. They barely build shit as an engineer. And if you're telling me I'm wrong, that's why I'm saying it's my personal experience. I'm not saying that's how you are. I'm saying it's my personal experience with you. How the fuck is my personal experience wrong when it's my opinion? But every time I fight them, they only use one SMG variant, and that's it, across multiple squads. They use automatic weapons and riflemen, same one across all the squads. Same with the LMG, same with the anti-tank gunner. Like, you don't switch up the weapons you use, for one. You don't use vehicles at all. So, how are you supposed to get any good opinions out of someone who exclusively uses the most OP weapons? I never see them use bolt actions. Even at BR2. That's crazy. I never see them use bolt actions at all. And it's wild. So how do you get a high win rate, you might ask? Well, there's 2 ways. One way is the shady method. Enlisted does not give a fuck if you leave a match. It does not count it against your win rate. So you see a match isn't going to go good. Now this is what I like about the roll call site, because the roll call site treats desertions as losses, even if your squad wins. But in the game itself, you can leave the match and it will not count against your win rate. That's right. All the best players I've seen, looking at the roll call site, they frequently desert matches are going to lose. Because in-game, it doesn't change your win rate. Only on the roll call site. That's the slimy method. That's the way you can manipulate it. Again, not on the roll call side because it treats desertions as losses because you left. Now, the other way, you run a 4-man death squad, or a 2-man death squad, or a 3-man death squad, as long as you're with one other player. What do? Get the best weapons of the BR, go right past the objective, and spawn camp the fuckers to oblivion. Like, oh yeah, you're so skilled using the best weapons in the game for the BR. BR is a bracket. There's 5 BRs, each one's a different level bracket depending on the gear and equipment. Motherfuckers will actually, like, go in there, spawn camp, and then come out saying they're a good player. Anybody can spawn camp, Chief. Anybody can do that shit. I can do it. I don't do it. I know how to do it. I know where the spawns are at, give or take, on most maps now, because I've been playing since December. You know why I don't do it? Because I find it to be unskilled fucking gameplay. Like, kills, to me, don't equate skill if you're not capitalizing on it. Like, there's been a few times where they've gotten 200 plus kills, which is nuts in a match. And then they lose the match. Kills didn't help you win. It's because you didn't do the fucking objective. Like, they literally got their way to do kills and only do objective if they start losing. So I'm going to employ a secret weapon here. And all that. My little secret one. I'm on Xbox. I can't go incognito. What's incognito, you might ask? Well, you tick a box, and your name's randomized with a bot name, so no one can tell who you are in the matches. So, I can't do it on Xbox because it seems like it's bugged or whatever. I don't know. So, how can I fight them? The great thing is that I'm on console. They're all on PC. On today's stream, which is yesterday for you guys, I'm going to do it console only. Because I don't want to be stream sniped. And I'm going to wait until they realize that's what I did. And the best part is, I can do it between consoles. Which means I can play, if I can get PlayStation players in there, but no PC. Also, something stupid about incognito, it hides what system you're on. And every time I mention that they could be in the match, it's like, oh, nah, bro, that's a console lobby. Some people are fucking incognito. You can be incognito on Xbox. A few people have done it, but they don't know how they did it. I asked. They don't know how they did it, and they don't know how to turn it off. It's really stupid and all that, you know? Ugh. Oh, man, that's all I've listed rant. I do like the new event, though. You know, I play as Japan currently. Good old Nipponese. And I hope that's the right term for it. I really do. If not, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's an American event and all that. Yeah, it's just so stupid to me, though. Like, that you have these people who, you know, I mean, like, they defend stream sniping because they've actively done it now. So, you know, there's that. And they only care about kills and all that and stuff. But my secret weapon, they know how to YouTube. They don't know what it's called. So if you're watching this, I guess you know my little secret for what I did yesterday or a few days ago, whenever you see this and all that. I'm going to turn off crossfade PC. And you know what's funny? They're not going to be able to tell. You want to know why? Because on the screen already up, it doesn't say shit about that. It doesn't. It's something you flick on in the settings. So I'm going to do it. And all that. So yeah, there's that. Well, yeah. I've been here for like 30 minutes just sitting down, letting my feet rest, really. And although I'm assuming my family's awake by now, it's probably going to take them like an hour and a half or even 2 hours to get back home. Not that I overly mind. Well, I do mind because my drink's going to be frozen. It's in the freezer for 2.5 hours now. It's definitely frozen. And especially because it's not pressurized because I think I opened it. No, I don't think I did. Let me get up here now. Dust myself off a little bit and I'll start walking some other things now. 30 minutes of Enlisted. God damn. So, my right foot hurts a bit. So I should mention is I have to like jump off a little bit of a ledge to actually get outside of my house and all that. Because I take the back door to get out and stuff, mostly because there's a cat back there and like interacting with it and all that. Spider web. And I use my left foot because my right foot, as you guys know, I twisted it twice while doing these. So I'm trying not to injure it further and all that, you know? So yeah, there's that. And yeah. So yeah, there's that. And what I ate, well, this morning, as I said at the start, I ate like a small Wendy's chicken sandwich and all that. So there's that, of course. And it's pretty cool, honestly. It's a big ass spider. I don't know if it's an aggressive one or not. That was the thing. Second time I've seen him while logging, but I digress. What did I eat yesterday? I had a few Frosties. I had a Frosty yesterday and the day before and all that. And stuff, a little sweet treat, if you will. Yesterday, I ate some Doritos with chicken nuggets TV dinner. Not the most healthy, I know, and all that, but it's just to fill me up and stuff. I'm only eating 2 meals a day now, if I can help it. Sometimes it's 3, usually if my family brings home food or my family cooks and all that. But, you know, and all that. That, frickin' is what it is. What did I eat in the morning? I'm trying to remember if I ate in the morning. I don't recall, actually. Oh no, I had, I think I had banquet chicken nuggets. I could be wrong, like from the bag. And all that. Helldivers is getting, if you know what Helldivers is, a game called Helldivers 2. Pretty cool game. It's getting an update on the 16th. Same day, a game called Hell Let Loose Vietnam's coming out and stuff. And all that. So, you know. Every day the world gets crazier and crazier and crazier. Do I feel like I'm losing weight? I mean, besides the hair that I don't have for now. It'll come back in like a month or two. At least in time for fall's coldness and then winter's one. I don't know. I don't have a weight scale, at least not a working weight scaler and all that, because it's an old one my family has that's not reliable and stuff. But I know it's hot today. It's probably like 90 degrees right now. I'm definitely going to feel when I get into the sun here in like a few seconds. But I think I am losing weight, but it's really hard to tell from me and all that. Like I'm eating the same amount of food per meal, but I'm eating one less meal a day. So what I'm doing is I'm eating like around 10 or 11 or 12, sometimes 9, sometimes 8. And then I don't eat until nighttime. Or like until like 7 or 8 in the afternoon, generally. Sometimes 6, rarely 5. Like right after the stream ends. And, I do like that breeze though. Feels nice. But after that, after the 6 to 8 o'clock meal, I then don't eat until the next day. And this morning's meal was at like 7. I only had like a small clay pouch. Of course, I drink as much as I want, water and all that, or Pepsi or Glade or whatever's in there I'm craving when I make it home. I'm not getting a little bit dry thinking about it, but I drink that. But I had the chicken thing, which I had at 6:40, which means I'm not gonna be eating until like 6 or 7 or 8, maybe even 9. Past 8 is really rare. Past 9 is extremely rare now for me, which means I possibly won't be eating for nearly 12 hours or so, which my body's gotten used to it and all that. And of course, there's some dieting stuff and all that, but I think just minor bouts of starvation, like just a few hours of it, is fine for me. Because I know if I do it for days upon days, it can cause a lot of issues and all that, health issues. So I don't really want to go more than one day without eating and all that. But yes, that sometimes means I'll eat at like 6 o'clock the day before. And this has happened on the walk or two before. I'll eat at around 6, around 7. Then I go to sleep at 10. I wake up at 6 or 7 again. 8 hours of sleep and all that. A little bit less than ideal, but I wake up and I go on a walk. So what's happening is I walk all the way out here and I haven't eaten in like 12, 13, 14 hours. And I was going to do the walk today like that. Since yesterday, I ate around, I think, 7 or so. But the only reason, there's a dog on the back of this car. Because the only reason I even ate this one is because it sells a small chicken burger or burger or whatever. And I realized that I can just do a quick, like, put it in a microwave for like a minute and a half, 30 seconds on both sides, and 30 seconds on the other again. Make sure it's hot and just brought that with me. And I ate it as I went. Morning. But, is it really a meal? Not really. And all that. Hey, man. My feet feel well, but that's because I just sat for like half an hour. I'll probably be sitting for 15 to 20 more minutes when I get to the next bench, like across the bridge and all that. Because it's killing me all the time is my feet. Because yeah, I'm walking a long distance and taking these short sit breaks is obviously good. I've ever seen these people like run for a long time in marathons or just consistent move, their feet are always like bruised and bloody by the end of it. At least like first place is because of how hard they're pushing themselves and all that. And even my feet experience that too sometimes, believe it or not, on these walks. Like there's a little bit of dried blood under my toenails, especially my big ones and all that. I didn't even feel it. But it happened after, I believe, the second walk. I believe. Oh, yeah. But I'm trying to get skinnier. For these walks, if you're eating less or less meals at the same volume, because that means, I don't know, stuff. But yeah, I guess I don't really know, really, honestly. I know what to talk about now. I know a lot of you guys don't watch these, or barely any of you do. So thank you to those who do. I usually do this so that I can have something to occupy my mind during this. Kind of help me talk and relieve some of my feelings and all that, you know. But I think I'm gonna end it here now. 40 minutes is a long time to be yapping. Anyway, I'll see you guys on another one on this Friday. Another hot day. Hey, how's it getting hot again? I especially would stay like in the 70s and the 60s instead of getting up to like feeling like 100. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Adios.